Hi, how you doing? This is Lacho again. The video today will be about how to prime a door with an airless machine. We will be using a Titan 440i machine for spraying the doors, and I just want to show you the doors we're going to do. Now these are the doors we're going to spray today. As I said before, the most important thing is the prepping of the doors. They're all sanded and cleaned. We try to clean the floor as clean as possible for dust. But as I said, it's only primer, so it shouldn't be a problem for the first coat. I just want to show you the machine we're going to be using today. This is my machine for priming. We will be using a pre-cut cellulose primer. The machine is a Titan i440. The gun is also a Titan, which is a very good gun. I will be using a 410 fine finish tip for spraying the doors. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with the airless gun. Now, if you don't have your pressure adjusted properly, you get lines, you get shadows like this. If you try to start and stop like a professional, you also get a spit, like I'll show you. And you have a small little spit down in the bottom. So usually, as I said before, even when you're spraying with a compressor, you start outside, and now this is the other thing that can go wrong. Very good, it happens. Now if there's a bit of rubbish in the paint, it will clog the tip, and then you create a lovely lines on your woodwork, and it will be a bit of sanding then to be done. So you need to clean the tip, just turn it around, a bit of spray, it's ready. Now you start outside and you go down until you finish your door or whatever you're spraying. Now if your pressure is adjusted right, it should look like that. You overlap by 50% again, so you get nice and even finish. As I said before, that's only the first coat. it's a base coat just to seal the doors. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you try to get it as even as possible. After that, the doors needs to be sanded, and then the next coat they will be perfect. Now, just something important I want to tell you. You cannot finish the door in one coat. There is no man or a machine that can finish something in one coat. So if you're inexperienced and you don't know how to use an airless, I suggest to do a few light coats, very light coats, so you will reduce the chance of running off the paint down the door, and then a lot of sanding and a lot of hassle. The airless sprayer, usually one coat of spray equals 2 coats of roll. There is a lot of paint that's released by the gun, so you will need to know your equipment. You can try on a small little piece of cardboard or a waste timber or something just to know your machine. You'd need the proper distance from the gun to the door. You'd need to know the ratio of the paint you're mixing. Every brand is different. I'm using a lot of brands of paint, and everyone is different. One will take 10%, one will take 20% of thinners, another one may not need thinners at all. They're all different. The pre-catalyzed, the PC primer, the enamel, is usually the way it works is the first coat when you put on, just try to put it nice and even as you can. Then the second coat melts through the first coat, joins together, then the third coat, and so on. And then the top coat you can use whatever you like. You can use oil-based, you can use water-based, you can use enamel, you can use polyurethane, you can use whatever you like. The most important, do not try to finish the door on the first go. Okay, a couple of things to mention. For me, it's not important how fast you sand the item, it's how good you sand it. I will keep mentioning this now. It's the most important thing in spraying or painting or whatever is the preparation. It doesn't matter what you're painting. If you're painting a wall, a door, a locker, or a chair, or a table, it doesn't matter. The better you prep it, the better results you'll get. Just take your time, be patient, use the proper sandpaper, the proper tools, and you will get good results. We're all ready now, they're all sanded. I'll just give them a quick clean. I'll clean the floor, I'll blow the doors with the air gun, and I'll put the final coat, and I'll come back to you to show you how they look like. Okay, and that was the very last door we've done. We're just after finishing. Do remember when you're buying tips, they will give you a guide on how far from the object you have to be when you're spraying. Remember, these are only guidelines. Now it all depends on the product, on the paint you're using, how thin it is, how good is your gun, how good is your pump, how good is your hands. Everything comes with practice and experience. We'll just go around and just to see what happened there now and how the doors look like. Maybe that was a bit of help for someone out there. That stuff also dries fairly quick. It already starts to dry, starting to dry. This is the very first door we started. Almost dry. You do remember now, through that nozzle, a lot of paint is coming through, so be careful when you're applying the last coat. Do not overflood and don't get runs, because it's only trouble. Now these doors I will call top coat ready. The light is very poor here now, but hopefully you will be able to see something. Now these actually, that looks like lines, it's not, they're just drying. They're just drying out. This is almost dry. Now there is a lot of there is a good build of primer on these doors, so if you want to get a lovely finish, now you can sand with machine, or you can do whatever you like, or you can even spray straight on. Now any painter that sees these doors will be absolutely delighted. And this will be the end for our video.